Hey, this is Nick, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing the SPIGEN Tough Armor for the Galaxy S5. You can find the Tough Armor on Amazon for $19.99, and it's offered in 4 different colors. Before we jump into a review of the case itself, first let's check out what's included in the packaging. So the case itself, of course, pop that out. And it looks like we just have a warranty card. Alright, let me remove this stuff and we'll get into looking at the case. Alright, so here's the Tough Armor. If you're familiar with the Slim Armor case that I recently reviewed, you'll find that they feel very similar, but the Tough Armor is ever so slightly thicker and more protective. The plastic or TPU at the top here is noticeably thicker. You can feel it. It doesn't look that much thicker on camera, but it definitely feels thicker and is harder to bend. And the same goes for the bottom area. You can actually see it there, how the part that goes over the USB cover area is thicker on the Tough Armor on the bottom there. Alright, so let me stick my Galaxy S5 in the Tough Armor. Snaps right in. And let's take a look at the lip that the case provides. So if you've watched my Slim Armor video, you'll see that the lip on this Tough Armor is definitely noticeably higher. So if you drop your phone on a surface that's maybe uneven or rocky like a gravel driveway, the Tough Armor is definitely more likely to protect your screen. And obviously it still will protect your screen on a flat surface. Alright, let's move to the back. On the back, a generous cutout for the camera and the flash area, which includes that fingerprint sensor. I noticed there were some complaints that the fingerprint sensor is hard to use with a case on, but this one looks wide enough that you can still fit your finger in there. Maybe if you have larger fingers than I do. I have maybe medium-sized hands, and my finger still fits in there fine. Since this is a display model phone, I can't test that feature, but my finger still fits in there perfectly fine. Near the bottom, we have a cutout for the speaker grill, and it looks good as well. And then the SPIGEN branding. Also, something to note that isn't included on the Slim Armor here is those little bumpers there. So when you set your phone down, it makes it more difficult to slide around. Now this is an old desk, it's not even, so it won't do that great of a job on this surface, but if it was like a countertop or something like that, it would keep the phone from sliding around too much and scratching up the case. It keeps it ever so slightly higher than the surface it's on. Alright, on the bottom, we have a cutout for the primary mic and USB area, and it's a bit deeper than the cutout you'll find on the Slim Armor, if you can see that there. So it's a slightly harder to fit my finger in there, but it's still definitely doable. On the right side, the power button, and it's still clicky, you still know when you've hit it, and you can see the branding there. On the top, the cutout here is deeper and probably a little harder to fit your jack in. If you can see that there, I'll try to compare it with this Slim Armor. It doesn't go down as much on the back there. It still goes down a little. It's still cut down so you can fit, say, an L-shaped headphone jack in there. But it's going to be a little more difficult. But it's very wide. There's plenty of clearance around it, so even if you have a really thick plug, it'll fit in easily. And then the other 2 cutouts there for the IR blaster and secondary mic are lined up well. And finally on the left side here, the volume rocker, and it's just as clicky as the power button. You'll have no issues with it either. Alright, so that's the SPIGEN Tough Armor for the Galaxy S5. I have to say it looks really nice in this black color here, but then they offer it in those 3 other colors. I believe there's a gold, a slate, and a gunmetal color. I'll put links in the description for this case on Amazon. But again, really nice case. If you're looking for a slim case that's really designed nicely, you should definitely consider this Tough Armor case. If you'd like to win this case, leave me a comment for 1 entry and share the video for a 2nd entry. Thanks for watching.